Good afternoon, folks. This is Marc with Marcs Mobility. We're doing a review today on a beautiful Quantum Edge 3 Stretto power chair. This power chair, folks, has 18 miles. It was used less than a month. It has 4 electrical functions. It has the 12-inch seat lift, the electric tilt, the electric recline, and the electric feet. Good afternoon, folks. We have a beautiful chair here. We have a Quantum Edge Stretto power chair. This Stretto power chair has 4 electrical functions. It has the seat lift of 12 inches, the electric tilt, the electric recline, the electric feet. It has 18 miles. It was used less than a month. Now remember, this chair has a bigger seat than it's supposed to be on here. It's 26 inches from outside to outside of the seat. We can make that smaller because the base is only 22 inches. So if you want to be within 22 inches, we would have to make the seat smaller, which we can do that here. So if you like this chair and you want the seat to be at 22, because you would have to be a smaller person. The Stretto power chair is a little bit smaller than the Quantum. It's a Quantum, but it's a 20% smaller, meaning that the width, instead of being 24, 25, it's 21.5 to 22 inches wide. Usually the seats are smaller. Well, I don't know why they would put a bigger seat on a small base, because you're defeating the purpose. But if you want that seat, it's on there. It's 21 wide by 18 deep. It's a super nice seat. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to cover the seat lift, the tilt, the recline. You can do everything through the joystick, but I'm going to use this little box right here, which is quicker for me. So the seat lift is the second button. So if I push on that, you'll start seeing the seat lift to go up. The seat will go from 22 to 34 inches, okay? I'm hitting the second button over here. And the nice thing about these chairs, once the seat is elevated, you can still drive the chair. You'll be reduced a little bit, but you can still drive it. I'm going to show you right now. So the seat is all the way up, and watch. Look at that. Now, if you're going to use this chair in your kitchen, okay, the way you would use it in your kitchen, let's just say your sink is over here, okay? This is your countertop, your sink is right there. You would raise, there goes the cup holder. You would raise your arm up and you would do your dishes away from the joystick so no water gets on this side, and then you work this way. You can go to the first and second cabinets on your countertop. That's how you work in your kitchen with these chairs, okay? Some people try to work forward, but now you're going to be like this trying to work forward because you have your foot plates right there. But this is much easier to work this way. You're right on top of your sink. Yes, you are turned a little bit, but you got to give. All right, so the seat's elevated. Let's look at the base on this chair. This chair, folks, weighs 425 pounds. Even though it's a smaller power chair, you can see all the metal in this chair. Everything is just high quality. This is not your cheap stuff. This is really high quality material here. So you have a 425 pound chair. It's a mid-wheel drive chair. What that means, your drive wheel is going to be in the middle of the front and back caster. You're always going to have a caster with a fork and a wheel on the ground, a caster with a fork and a spring on the back to give you that nice suspension, but also that zero turn. You'll see these wheels, they'll turn when the chair goes in a circle. So this chair will literally stay in the same spot. These tires are non-marking tires. They're not going to mark your floor. These are 14-inch over here, 6-inch over here, and 5-inch in the front. 4 shocks. There's 1 shocks for every corner of this chair. You can see 1 here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 more. If I push down, you might be able to see the suspension at work. I have to push hard. You have 4 anchor points. These are where you secure your chair if you want to transport it and you want to tie it down. You have 4 of these around the chair, okay? You have a motor for each wheel. So this motor is for the right side. There's a motor on the opposite side. If I want to push this chair, well, you can see nothing. That's not going to happen. Turn the power off, just like a car. If your battery's dead or you have a flat, you need to be pushed out of the way. Turn the power off. Go to your neutral lever. You can't miss it. Push it down. And now you're in neutral. See that? Then put it back in gear. You have 2 motors, and then you can just roll it. That's pretty much the base of your chair. And this motor, folks, is directly connected to the wheel. There's no chain, no belt. It goes directly to the hub. All right, we're going to turn the power back on, and we're going to bring the seat back down. Now, you also have a swing away joystick right here. So this enables you to get the joystick away from the front, so if you want to get closer to a dining table, you can swing the joystick away, okay? If you're left-handed, we can put everything on the left side and put the cup holder on this side, okay? The next thing we're going to do is called the electric tilt. The electric tilt is when the bottom goes back, okay? If you watch the bottom right here, it goes back and it'll take the legs in front, it'll take the back, because they're all connected. This has a lot of medical benefit if you want to relieve pressure off your bottom, pressure off your back. You just want to sit there and relax, have circulation in your feet. And I can't even hear this chair. It's so well built, so quiet. I forgot what I was going to do now. The feet, okay? So the feet on this chair, and by the way, everything's adjustable in this chair. I mentioned earlier if you're 6 foot tall. Now this is a Stretto, so it's really made for a smaller person because if people want to get through a narrow space in their van or in their home, they have an older home, you'd want to have a smaller seat. But if you don't need the smaller seat, you can keep it this way. It's very nice. Look at that, folks. You definitely would have circulation in your legs there. But let me do something else. Let's just bring the chair down halfway, or the seat, just to show you that your feet would still be higher in your body, even if you're halfway tilted right here. Okay? These buttons are double touch, so if I hit it now, it goes down. If I hit it again, it goes back up. Now it'll go back down. So it's a double touch. If you let go and you touch it again, it'll go the opposite direction. There we go. The next thing we're going to do is called the recline. The back of the seat will recline here. Double touch. There we go. As you can see, there's nothing here in the way. So if you transfer from one chair to the other, there's nothing to stop you on the side. There goes your back. There we go. Now this is as far back as this one will go. All this is adjustable. All these headrests right here are adjustable. This is all washable material. This is a breathable material. This is a memory foam right here. So you can't tell from there, but if I put, this is a memory foam back, memory foam headrest, and also a memory foam cushion. So 3 memory foam cushions. So let's bring the back up. Okay. Back up, and let's bring the legs back down. And we're going to make the chair go in a circle here. So I'm going to bring the legs all the way in so you get to see what it looks like, a 0 turn radius. So if you're in the house, you'd want to have your legs all the way in like that. Now we have the back up there. So let's just do this. So if you have it in your house, let me bring it over here so you can see this. All right, so if I turn, you see the front and back wheels? They follow the chair. That's called a 0 turn radius right there. It's not taking any more room than it turns in its own length. I can do both sides, and then the wheels will swivel the other side. All right, let's talk about the seat. It does have a safety belt, of course. It's nice. The arms flip up. You have a drain cup holder. You have a memory foam cushion here that's 21 wide by 18 deep. The foot plates do flip up when you exit the chair. Okay. You have suspension all the way around. The back of the chair, you have a headrest that's fully adjustable like I mentioned earlier. So this is a loaded power chair with 18 miles. It was used less than a month. When you charge this chair, you'll get a charger. This may not be the charger, but you'll get a charger with it. And they all work the same way. You plug it below the joystick right here. And as soon as the light goes orange, the charger will stop charging. When the batteries are full, the charger will recognize it and stop charging. So you're not going to overcharge your chair. So let's do a recap. We have a Quantum Edge Stretto here. It's only 22 inches wide, but because the seat is wider than the wheel, these are 26 inches here. So remember those numbers, 26 here, 22 in the bottom. But this seat can be brought in. We can make a smaller seat and bring it into 22 so it matches directly the wheels, okay? So that's what the Stretto is supposed to be doing, but someone bought a Stretto and they wanted a bigger seat. Makes no sense, but they did. So you have the 12-inch seat lift, the electric tilt, the electric recline, the electric feet. You have the swing away joystick, the safety belt, the memory cushions all the way up to the chair, the drain cup holder. You also have headlights and taillights on this chair, which I almost forgot to tell you. And if you look right here, And right there, I don't see it, but I don't see it there. I will be able to find it. It won't take me very long. Where? Oh yeah. All right, folks, I found it. Right here. There goes the cup holder. Right here, there's a little button right there. If you press it one time, you can see you have headlights and taillights on both sides. The button is right there. On, off, off. So, this is not a defect. That's just the way this cup holder is. Some people don't like it on there all the time, but it comes right off if you don't want to use it. It stays on. It's just easy to come off if you want to take it off. So folks, again, this chair weighs 425 pounds. Very heavy power chair, Stretto, blue in color. Seat lift, tilt, recline, electric legs, swing away, memory foam, drain cup holder, blah, blah, blah. Seat belt, suspension, solid tires. Very nice chair. Ready to go with 18 miles, used less than a month. Wow, this chair goes 6.2 miles an hour. This is the Stretto. That's quite a bit. 6.2 miles. Once it gets to full speed here, right now, 6.2, 6.3 miles an hour. That's really fast. And when you stop, of course, when you stop, it has built-in brakes in the chair, in the motors. You can use the joystick as a gas pedal, so instead of reducing the speed, if you just push it a little bit, it barely moves, so you can adjust the speed with your fingers. That's the way I always drive my chairs. And you can feel when you turn in a circle, you can feel the suspension, you can feel the springs in the suspension. You can just feel it. It has a nice, like a ship that turns sideways almost. This chair will have no problem in the grass also. As long as you have a good bottom in your grass, you should have no problem at all. See that? Not much room here to drive in the grass with all these vehicles, but you can tell it has no problem in the grass. So what we're going to do now, we're going to raise the seat up. Now, if you're going to drive this chair with the seat elevated, flat surface is highly recommended. The nice thing about driving this chair with the seat elevated, if you have someone you're walking with, you will be eye level with them. Now remember, these chairs are fully adjustable. I can tell the headrest is not high enough for me, but it can be raised up all the way up to my head. All that can be adjusted. Okay, I think we're all the way to the top, and let's see how fast it drives. 3.5 miles an hour. So this one drives at 3.5, twice the walking speed. So if you're looking for a nice chair with seat lift, tilt, recline, electric legs, fully loaded, and this one has 18 miles, was used less than a month, drain cup holder, swing away joystick, I can feel the memory foam cushion, it's so soft. Memory foam cushion all the way around, solid tires, anchor points. Another nice one. Hi, I'm Marc.
And my name is Alex. We're co-owners of Marcs Mobility.
I started this company in 1995.
We sell many products, not just what you see in this video. If you have any questions or concerns, please call us at the number below at 800-677-6293. Thank you, and have a wonderful day.